Ladies and gentlemen, we are back after a very eventful weekend with all the Ross and Ryback stuff, and we'll recap that soon, but WWE Raw actually has given me something to cover for once. Last week I struggled to find anything to really talk about that was noteworthy, and I definitely struggled with SmackDown. But this week I've got some shit to talk about, some stuff to go over, and mostly involving Uncle Howdy. Now, I don't usually cover the Uncle Howdy stuff in depth. There's a lot of other channels out there that do a much better job than me, but there's some stuff we need to go over, so we're going to do that in a minute. We're also going to talk about Bron Breaker. Bron Breaker had a good showing on Raw and surprised me. I was very happy with what happened with Bron Breaker and the King of the Ring semi-finals, Gunther versus Jey Uso. So, we'll recap what happened at the weekend and then we'll get into Howdy. So, obviously, if you've seen it, Ross, kicking it with Ross destroyed Ryback, and it was Ryback's fault. Ryback deserved every bit of it. I covered it, and that video blew up. Not only did that video blow up, but Ross himself went out of his way to promote my channel. So thank you very much, Ross. You are a real G. And we are now at 63 subscribers. And we're working our way to 1,000. So you know what to do if you're new. Subscribe, like the video, all that shizzle. Now, the Uncle Howdy QR code this week. Usually it's some cryptic stuff, it's some random videos that are designed to scare you or freak you out with some coding that like little Easter eggs. But this week, they gave you some audio clips. Now, I will get on the screen in a minute what these audio clips do, but these audio clips are designed for us to convert into images, which I don't know how that was done, but people managed to do it, and this is what we got. So, the first one, as you can see, says hello, okay? And the second one, Uncle Howdy's face, right there for everyone to see, Uncle Howdy. And I'll be honest, this image does look quite disturbing, even though it's reused from 2022, I believe. But it does look quite disturbing. And the third image is the Bray Wyatt logo. I believe it's a moth. I've probably got that wrong. I think it's a moth. I'm not sure, but those are the images from the QR code. So they're not trying to hide anything, right? They're telling us it's Howdy. And we all know that Howdy's going to be the King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring, whatever you want to call it. Howdy's going to be there with the Wyatt. 6, 5, how many of them there's going to be. But there's more, because an account on X that I can't remember the name of currently basically took the article that was linked in the QR code and turned up the contrast, and we got an image of what looks like 3 people. Now, as we can zoom in to the 3 people, we can see the first one at the front, to me, looks a lot like Uncle Howdy. You can see an outline of the mask, the hair, right? You can tell that that's most likely Uncle Howdy, and as it progresses, the people become a lot fainter. The one in the middle might be Eric Rowan or resembling Eric Rowan, and the third one, man, I can't decipher that whatsoever, but it is good. I like all of this stuff, man. As long as they don't do any magic. I don't want no magic, man, right? As long as they can do this, make it work without magic, I'm fucking happy, because I finally got around to watching the Bray Wyatt documentary, Bray Wyatt Becoming Immortal, a couple of days ago, because it isn't available in my area, thanks to WWE. They say they're going global, and then they put out the Bray Wyatt documentary, and they say exclusive on Peacock, so I think, okay, that's just for America. They're going to put it on the WWE network for the rest of us, right? Right? No. So I had to watch it via means of, I'm not going to say, but I watched it. I saw how Bo was, the Taylor Rotunda, and I really hope this works out for them. What they're going to do, I don't know. I have no idea. It's really unpredictable right now of who they're going to target, why they're going to target this person. They could go after Randy Orton, because Randy Orton has a lot of history with Bray Wyatt. Randy Orton is very clearly going to make it to the King of the Ring finals. Is something going to happen after that match? We will see. But all this Uncle Howdy stuff, man, I've been loving it. I've been loving the jump scares. I've been loving the distorted Nightbird song where they really distort it. It really brings a creepy vibe, man, and I love it. But that's it for the Uncle Howdy stuff. Bron Breaker. Bron Breaker had a squash match, and it did not go how a squash match usually goes. I can't remember the guy's name, but Bron destroyed him, absolutely wiped the floor with him. And then the referee called for the bell because the person couldn't continue to compete. And then Bron continued to destroy him after the match, crushing his head with a steel chair and some steps. And then Bron gave a reason for this. And his reason was that he was not in the King of the Ring. He was not booked for, he was not booked for the King of the Ring, and he's pissed off about that. So no one tells him what to do. He's going to do whatever he wants to do, and that's what he told Adam Pearce. So I'm liking what they're doing with Bron Breaker this week. I think this is his first week on Raw. So we'll see how that progresses. Hopefully they can continue to make him be an absolute beast, because that's what he looked like last night on Raw. And finally, King of the Ring semi-finals, Gunther versus Jey Uso. Now, this match had a lot of people up in arms for the entire week, including me, because this could have gone two ways. It could have gone Gunther versus Randy at King of the Ring, or Jey versus Tama Tonga, right? Now, I don't know what you would have preferred, but I certainly prefer Gunther versus Randy Orton. Okay, that seems like a very interesting matchup. It's the first time ever, and I have more interest in that than Jey Uso versus Tama Tonga. But a lot of people were willing to rage if Jey won and beat Gunther. That did not happen. It was, I don't want to call it a squash, but Gunther dominated that pretty much the entire match. Jey got a little bit of offense. There was also a little bit of a ref bump that really didn't play a factor into the match at all. But Gunther just chopped the shit out of Jey. Pretty much the entire match, man. And it was a beating. It was a real beating from Gunther to Jey Uso, and the match ends with Jey passing out to, I believe, a sleeper from Gunther. That's what I like about Gunther, man. He's like he doesn't have a set finisher. He always finds a new way to finish a match. It's different. I like it. And it shows me what people saw in him in NXT UK. Because, obviously, I didn't watch NXT UK. But I'd see Walter, I'd see images of Walter, and I'd think, this guy looks generic as fuck. He looks bland. What do people see in this guy? Now I know what people see in this guy, and this man is a future world champion, 100%. But Gunther beats Jey Uso. Gunther's going to the King of the Ring finals. Randy Orton looks like he's going to the King of the Ring finals. We're going to get Gunther versus Randy. Do we see Uncle Howdy in this match, after this match? Possibly. But that means this match would have to be the main event, I believe. I don't think you can do this Uncle Howdy reveal and then put Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul on after, right? Unless they're doing something after that match, I don't know. But we will see, and hopefully this Uncle Howdy stuff works out, because I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to what they can do. Even though Nikki Cross is in it, which I'm not a fan of, but it is what it is. Not much I can do about it. Like, subscribe, follow me on X at eCrossman25. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.